Hi, boys and girls. This is Kyrre, and before you say anything and before you think anything, I'm not English. You heard that the first word I said, right? But I'm in lack of words. I might say something really stupid. So just be prepared, or aware, or whatever. Okay, so this channel is basically Norwegian. Well, it is Norwegian. Not basically. It is, yeah, basically Norwegian. It's nothing else. This is episode 30, and the 29 episodes since I started this channel has been in Norwegian. And as I said in episode 29, which also is in Norwegian, I said that I got around 104, to be specific, views of all my videos, all the 29 videos. 28 has been seen 104 times, which is a little bit sad. It's kind of an experiment. You know, we are 5 million Norwegians, and of them, how many are even interested in City Skylines, and how many are playing? Well, I don't know. I don't have the answer. I do know that I'm not able to get any significant views on this channel. So I thought that I would try to do this in English, and I will write something really clever in the subject line and also in the description to try to trigger some non-Norwegian speaking audience. And your task is to tell me in the comment section that if it's even remotely interesting for you to follow me, and then I would, well, stop talking Norwegian and start talking English like I'm doing now. I'm not very satisfied with this myself. I do think that it's hard to find the words. It's hard to sometimes pronounce the words, even if I know how they spell. It's hard to pronounce them. So what I thought I would do in this episode, which might be shorter. I haven't really a game plan for that yet. Let's just see what happens. I thought I would present my city. This is the city San Vegas, which means that the game chose a name for me, and I thought I would have some more comments and some more views. So I kind of asked people to give it a name. No one has. So it's the unofficial name is Mongstad, which is kind of historical because it's way back into the old days. There was this industry area which had a colossal loss of money. It costed, I think it was actually the government. Didn't they have some owner interest in that? And well, anyway, it was a huge loss. So it actually kind of became kind of a currency. In the old days, you could say, well, that cost about 1 mong, which is, if you have a car that costs 1 mong, well, it's made of gold, diamonds, and platinum, and cobalt. So that's why I kind of call this Mongstar, because it's this is the I've been playing Industries, the DLC called Industries in Cities Skylines. So I should present first maybe the industry, not in any order. Well, all right, let's do it in the order I kind of added them to the game. So I started with this forest industry, which doesn't have a name. Well, I think it is. I think it has, but it's, let's see. Elverum, which is a Norwegian wooded area, 2.5 hours from Oslo, deep into the woods where just the wolves and is living. No, I'm just kidding. Not. And some bears as well. So yeah. Okay, so I started with I'm sorry. I'm just full of crap. That's on me. So this is the forest area, which is doing quite well. I spent some time getting up to level 5, but as you can see now, it has a profit. It's not great. And then let's go to the agricultural area, which I don't remember now what it's called in English. It's called, does it even say? Blah 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 blah. Let's just do this. There it is. Farming, of course, it's farming or agricultural. So this is called Bjørkelangen, and that's why that's because this is where I live. Yeah, and well, it looks like this. It actually does. It's quite rural. It's quite on the countryside. It has 2 roundabouts, or is it one? It's just one roundabout. Yeah. So it kind of looks like something like this. It does have some more housing, and they are all like this area, which is called Furuset. This one, and that's called Furuset because this is where I grew up, which is 10 minutes from downtown Oslo, which was a great area. Now it's just a lot of high-rise buildings, and no, it's still great. It's still great. I used to play ice hockey for Furuset ice hockey team, which was great. But that was then, and this is now, and now I'm living here. I'm not a farmer, but I do work for a farmers cooperative company, so kind of connected. Okay, so that's the farming, forests, and then I don't remember what was next on the list. Let's just have a look. All right, it was the ore industry, of course, and the ore industry, or was it the oil? Can't remember. So let's just do the oil industry, and this is here. This is it. It's called Stavanger. If you are familiar with the oil industry and the oil history of Norway, this is where it all began. Stavanger was the first kind of central place for oil industry in Norway. So I named it Stavanger. And for the Norwegian viewers, the 2 of you, this is all the naming was done off camera between episode 27 and 28, I think, or maybe it was between 28 and 29. Can't remember. And then this is the ore industry, ore industry, which has serious problems because there aren't enough workers. That's strange because the demand is very low for residential areas. That's strange. Huh. Okay, well, anyway, so this is called Kiruna, which isn't even in Norway. Kiruna is in the far north of Sweden, and it's very special. If you do Google or just search for it for this word, you will find that they're actually moving a whole town because the mines are beneath town, and they have started to see no houses has disappeared into the ground yet, but to avoid that and to keep on expanding the ore industry in Kiruna, they need to move the town, which is a colossal task to do. So that's quite impressive. Okay, so that's the 4 industries that we have been working on, and of course we've been placing all the factories. So here's the car factory, and this is the steel plant, and here's the shoe factory, the lemonade factory, and we have the bakery somewhere here. This is the bakery, I think. No, that's a clothing factory. Sneaker factory. Okay, so what's this? Electronics factory. Sorry, that's the bakery. Yep, that's the Baker Kyrre factory. That's me. If you Yeah, and the printing press are not getting any plastics. I have some serious troubles getting plastics, even though I have added some warehouses to accommodate that. That's paper, petroleum, metals. Okay, so maybe I didn't put enough storage over here. That's petroleum. Plastics, there you go, but it's empty. So let's fill it up like it's gonna work. Garbage just piled up as well. All right. Okay, so that's the factory area, and then we have some shipping industry down here. Let's go back to the show mode because it's just more beautiful. I have this container yard, shipping yard, and then there's this. That's the ferry. Um, and this is the other ferry. And this is the third ferry. What's it called? Depot, terminal, pier, and this is a terminal. It's just a harbor. All right. Well, don't listen to me because I have no clue what I'm saying. And this in episode 29, I started this fishing industry because that's the last on the list, right? It's the fishing industry. So this is just a general fishing harbor, and then we're gonna have some salmon, anchovy, and shellfish, and also some tuna. And then I'm gonna expand some industry area over here and have some more housing and stuff over here. So let's have a look at the map. I do not play vanilla. I have some mods and assets. It's not wild crazy because my computer is not wild crazy. So, but one of the mods I have downloaded is the 81 tile. Okay, our university is still unrecognized. Darn it. Well, I don't know how to fix that. Let's have a look while we are at it. And here it is. I haven't reached the where is it? There it is. To start getting some buildings, I need to be renewed. How do you say that? Renowned. First, you need to be uh, um, uh, oh blah blah blah. What do you call it when you are? Uh, uh, let's just forget that and say that you have to be something, and then you need to be that a consecutive year or more in a row. Otherwise, I don't know if yeah. Well, so I've placed everything I can, and I'm kind of stuck. What to do? I have the outdoor study, the futsal, and the gymnasium, and some dormitories, and a fountain, and this is the School of Law, and they have a parking lot which no one is using. They are actually parking here. That's naughty. Come on, people, you know better than that. All right, so being the responsible mayor, there you go. And everyone started parking in the parking lot. Well, not everyone. So this is my city. Here we go. And we have a American football stadium, and we have a soccer stadium, and we have some uh, track and field stadium. Okay, good one. And then there's this. I'm not even halfway building this place, and this is the Oslo Fjord. Well, it represents the Oslo Fjord, so it has a couple of the known islands from the Oslo Fjord and around the airport, which is here. And I'm quite happy with this airport. It doesn't look very fancy. This is an asset I downloaded from the workshop, and I got it working with two runways. As you can see that they take off from this one and they land on this one. And it was quite an easy fix. I just had to Google it, like we always do. It's a matter of how far it is from the runway on the taxiway to the terminal, and the planes always choose the shortest route. So I've added this one, which is the shortest route to when you're landing, and it's a one way, of course, the taxiing over here, and this is the shortest way to the runway when you are taking off. So they never use this one, they never use this one, and they never use this one or this one. Sorry, they use, no, they don't. No. So if you're studying the airport, you can see that they're kind of, it doesn't work like an airport would normally. Here you can see one of the planes coming in for landing, and it will take this taxiway to the terminal. There we go. Is it the KLM? No, just look like it. I did download a couple of my assets, which is the KLM airplanes. I tried to download some SAS, which is the Scandinavian airline systems, but they are too small. They don't fit, and also it's just half the plane. when you plop it on the runway or here, it just looks a little bit funny. So I also downloaded a airport. Oh, hello, an airport hotel from Berlin, which is supposedly quite accurate from the original. It looks nice. It kind of fits in into the airport, which just disappeared, which is quite strange. Okay, I think that's it. I think this is a city, and I will be expanding. I have some vast areas over here, which I haven't. I just placed some roads and some roundabouts and some. We call it actually a traffic machine. This is a traffic machine in Norwegian, and it's an intersection in English. So I think the traffic machine is more accurate. It's supposed to be very efficient to get the traffic moving. So, and in episode 28, I did some major work on this area to be able to facilitate the traffic going to this end station, which has 12 tracks. I needed to do something clever here because I just had this single line going across the river, and I had a line going down here, but this is too steep, so the track was really horky-borky. Is that even a word or two? It didn't look good. It's a little bit better now, you know. It's a little bit more realistic when it comes to the turning angle and everything. So this area is ready to populate, but before I do that, I'm gonna finish this area. This is the next I'm gonna start to expand to, and also I have some plans for some industry around the airport, and yeah, something like that. Yes, and then as the last thing I want to show you, it's my observatory. I'm a little bit interested in this myself. If I had the money, I would actually build something like this in a smaller scale, of course, in my backyard. For sure, I would do that. And it's called Observatory Terrasse, which is a actual name from a quite nice place downtown Oslo. So, all right, guys, that's it. I would um, um, I would be happy if you left a comment saying if you would follow me if I kept on speaking English, if this city is good enough for you, if you would like to follow me build a similar city, maybe I could start over. I could do it more interesting. Maybe you have some recommendations for me what you would like to see. Yeah, that is what I was trying to say. So what do you say? Give me a comment, hit the like button, and if you are really cool, please subscribe, and I'd be very, very happy. And that's it for the 30th episode of this Kyrre is playing in Norwegian, which isn't quite true anymore because I just didn't, did I? Yeah, okay. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you all again. Bye.